Well, hi everyone. This is your barefoot country cook back in the kitchen, and I have got a special treat for you. The holidays are coming, and of course, sometimes we just have a little bit of a sweet tooth attack before the holidays get here. How many of you out there just cannot live without praline pecans? Right? Did you know they are the most easiest thing to make, and they cost you a lot less money if you make them yourself? Now, if you have pecan trees, you got half of the battle out. But if you don't have pecan trees, you get yourself some raw pecans. You can find these at your grocery store right now, because that's where I found them. I could not find praline pecans anywhere where they were already sweetened up, and that's how we like them, right? Well, to make your praline pecans, you only need a few ingredients. That's the best part about it. Some of the things that you need is, you need 1 cup of sugar. You need 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. I do not use imitation. It does not taste right. And this is the Madagascar vanilla, bean vanilla. All pure, all natural, and it makes these taste absolutely wonderful. Then you need 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of water, and an egg white. That's right. So first thing you want to do is you want to take your sugar, your 1 cup of sugar, and your 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and you want to put it in a small bowl on the side. Then you get another bowl. There's my other bowl. There it is. You get your second bowl, and in this bowl you're going to put the egg white. Now you can put a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of sugar, or excuse me, not sugar, salt in it if you like. I don't add salt to anything if I don't absolutely have to. It's in most of your recipes over the decades and hundreds of years because it was the only preservative they had back then. So they would put salt in there so things would last longer and they wouldn't spoil as quickly. So if you're wondering why everything says half a teaspoon or 1/4 teaspoon of salt, that's why. So you got your sugar and your cinnamon in this bowl, and you're going to put your 1 egg white. And to separate an egg, to get your egg white, hold on, I got some noise in the background. Hold on a second. Gotta shut this stuff down. Much better. So, it's best to use your eggs at room temperature. They froth up a lot easier if they're warm and not cold. So, to do your egg white, you crack it very carefully right in the center. You want to separate it with your teeth. I use my thumbnails. And then you let the yolk sit in 1/2 while that white kind of comes. And you take the other half of your eggshell and you kind of try to force the egg white to get like kind of sliced off of there. And go that way. And like that. Now you're probably wondering, what am I going to do with just the yolk? Do you like egg drop soup? Get yourself some chicken noodle soup and whisk that egg up. And when the soup gets to boiling, take that egg yolk and drizzle it in there, and then you have egg drop soup. How about that? A little hint there. There's a lot of people like, well, what am I going to do with the yolk? You know, I'm only using the white. Well, you put it in egg drop soup. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make some after I make these. So, get a little towel there. Now, in this, you've got your egg white. And what did I say goes in there? 2 teaspoons of water and 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla, preferably the Madagascar. It's a little pricey, but you don't use it all the time, so why not? So I'm going to put my vanilla in here. 2 teaspoons. There's 1. And there's 2. Then I'm going to grab some water over here. Get rid of this eggshell. I got all excited when I made these the first time. And we're going to take 2 teaspoons of water. There's 1 and 2. Now you want to take a wire whisk and you want to whisk this liquid till it's frothy, so it's kind of bubbly looking. Just like this. Don't use a mixer or electric mixer because it will start to make the egg whites get stiff, and you do not want them stiff. What you're doing is you're making the vanilla adhere to the pecans in the froth of it. And the little bit of water helps it to froth up. So you can see, hopefully, see how bubbly it is? That's frothy. So that's what you want it to look like. Then you take 4 cups of pecans, pecan halves, and you put them in there, and you're going to coat them like this, but I'm not going to use a whisk to coat them. I'm going to use a spatula that I have out there. There it is. And you're going to coat those pecans real good with that egg white and vanilla and the water. Now these have to bake at 250 degrees for an hour. They're slow cooked. The raw nuts are slow cooked, and that's what gives them that crystallized coating of the sugar and cinnamon. So I've got these coated really well. And you want to use a cookie sheet or some kind of pan with a little lip on it, and you're going to put on it a piece of parchment paper. This keeps it from sticking to the pan. It's better cleanup. You'll find that parchment paper is your best friend when it comes to baking and making praline pecans. That's my sugar mixture. So I'm going to tear off the sheet that's just as wide as the sheet. Cookie sheet. That tends to curl up, and that can be annoying. So turn it the other way. As long as it's on there, you're good to go. Now, you want to take your sugar mixture now, put it on those pecans. Make sure they're well coated. You're going to coat them really, really well. And it kind of smells like, almost smells like caramel. Actually, it's a caramelized kind of nut. Get this little bowl out of the way. And now when you put them on your parchment paper, you want one flat level. You don't want them piled on top of each other. So you want to spread them out in one flat. Spread them out. Another reason why I use the rubber spatula here, if you have silicone, that works really well too. I have both. I just grabbed this one. You can get all that gooey, yummy cinnamon and sugar and vanilla mixture out of there, so you don't waste any, and it gives a lot more flavor to your pralines. So we're going to take the spatula, I'm going to smooth them out to one layer. Now they go in for an hour, but every 20 minutes you want to flip these. I use a pancake flipper kind of spatula. I'll use that. And I like to keep them in one layer, but where all this gooey stuff is, I want to make sure that it stays in there to be able to have these coated really well. I don't want any stragglers on the edges. And that's another reason why you turn them over after every 20 minutes. So you're going to do this 3 times. You're going to flip them over 3 times so that they will be evenly coated and they will crystallize evenly as well. And we don't want any of them sitting on top of each other. And I like to tilt it a little bit, get some of that juice through there. Excuse me. And so now I have a nice flat layer of pecan halves with the cinnamon and the sugar, the egg whites, and the vanilla. And it goes in at 250 degrees for an hour. You flip them with your big spatula, every 20 minutes. And when they come out, when they're done, they look like these. Beautiful, aren't they? And I'll tell you something else. They're darn good. Oh my God. This is sinful. They're so good. They don't have that raw taste anymore because now they've been slow baked, basically. They have that perfect amount of sugar and vanilla and cinnamon in it. So, why buy them and pay a lot of money for them already done when you can do it like this in 1 hour, an hour, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and have your own praline pecans, right? I hope that you will try this recipe out. I will put it down in the description for you, in case you didn't write it down while I was doing this. Once they're finished, after you flip them the 3 times in the oven, and when they're done, you take them out, and you can put them on a cookie cooling rack on top of that parchment paper, and then put them right onto a plate. I like to kind of sneak a few while they're still warm, because they're really good while they're still warm. And then you use these like in your, what's that? Cobb salad, Southern Cobb salad, I think they have. In the stores, they'll put these in there. The strawberry salad. In a lot of grocery stores will have the pralines in there. And these are all naturally done. You can't get any better than that. So try my praline pecans. Let me know how they turned out. Can you imagine if you made a praline pecan pie? You would be the envy of everyone in your family and your friends. The whole neighborhood would be knocking on your door like, can you give me the recipe to that pie? Well, you can give them what you want to give them. Just invite them over. Don't give up your recipes if you don't have to. Family, it's okay. So, please let me know what you think. Please definitely try it out. The containers of pecans that I got was exactly 4 cups. So it worked out great. So, and they're like $7.99 for one of those, but this is only a half batch. And I just put the other half batch in there. And they'll last a minute because it's just 2 of us, but in big family, probably not. But definitely, you've got to try this. I didn't realize they were going to be this easy until I did them the first time. And they're amazing. I wish you could taste these. I'm going to have to hide them from myself. I kind of like the nuts. I'm a little nutty, you know. So this is your Barefoot Country Cook. And this has been my praline pecans. So easy to make. Delicious too. Let me know what you think in the comments. By all means, share this recipe. That will be, like I said, it'll be down in the description. And subscribe for the next up and coming new recipes that I've been playing around with up here. I'll even show you how to do that egg drop soup. How about that? It's simple. So, God bless, and make sure you come back, but make sure you do one thing, that you kick your shoes off, because it's always barefoot in my Barefoot Country Kitchen.